Guess who's back? Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Erica with Memory Box Candle Co. And I make videos all about the journey of starting a candle business. And I am back in the candle making studio. I'm making candles in today's video. It is an OG make candles with me style video. I'm so excited. I told Chris, I'm like, man, you know what? I haven't made a video like that in so long. I have not made candles since I was 32 weeks pregnant. So I might pop up some footage or something to show you, but I was 32 weeks pregnant in my video, or the last time I was making candles. And I think I messed up in that video. I think I poured candles wrong, I swear. My brain has changed so much since becoming pregnant. It's crazy. So today's video, what you're gonna be watching me make is a wholesale order. So this is our 7-ounce candles, which is the 9-ounce straight set of jars. It's a pretty small order. It is an order of 12 of them of our Vinyasa Flow candle. On our wholesale website, it is lavender and rosemary that we have on there. So what I'm doing right now is I'm wiping out the bottom of these jars. These are the 7-ounce candles. These are the 9-ounce straight-sided jars, and we get ours from Candle Science. So I'm just pulling them out of here, going through as I'm checking the baby monitor at the same time, because that is my life now. And it is nighttime. It's, I think, almost 8:30 at night right now. So gotta do what you gotta do, but I'm really excited to be making candles right now. And it was funny, I thought to myself, I'm like, oh, Chris can get the candles set up, prepped and everything. And he's like, okay, so you can do it, you can do everything and then make all the candles. I'm like, yeah, I guess, I haven't done this in so long, and he does it all the time. He's probably made way more candles than I have at this point, to be honest. Also, my hair is the longest it's ever been in my entire life. I'm actually getting a very, very small hair trim tomorrow. I actually always, my entire life, wanted my hair to be really long, but I didn't know how to actually grow it that long. And I realized that with doing frequent trims, that is how I was able to actually grow my hair out. So I've been keeping up, for the most part, every 3 to 4 months getting it trimmed. And then every 6 to 8 months, I'll get it colored. And I think pregnancy also helped to get my hair, my hair was great. My everything was great during pregnancy. I had fantastic skin. My hair was amazing. I didn't have any autoimmune flare-ups or anything at all during pregnancy. He really he fixed me in a lot of ways. But so far, I've been actually doing pretty well postpartum too. My son is 9 months old. Can you believe that? It's crazy. Yeah, time is just, I can't believe, he's already, I swear, he's going to be walking soon. It's crazy. He's pulling himself up to stand and crawling like crazy all over the place. It sure is a workout, isn't it? When people say chasing after a toddler, I know he's not a toddler yet, but when people say that, they really mean like chasing. Like, I feel like I'm out of breath all the time now because I'm just running after him every 2 seconds. So what I'm doing right now is, here's this device. I have a video all about our wicking devices. So this is a single wick device for these 9-ounce straight set of jars. And then I'm just gonna go through and take a CDN 4 wick and get these all wicked up. Now, do I miss the jar prepping part? No, not really. It's never been my favorite part. I actually really loved when I was able to outsource that in a way to Chris about 2 years ago. It was maybe a little over 2 years ago. It was October of 2022 that he really joined me with more of the candle making part of it. And he started off with prepping the jars. And it's so funny now thinking back that, I taught him everything, and now he's way better at me in everything he does and the efficiency and everything. So, I guess the student outmastered the teacher. Is that what they say? Kind of. Yeah, he's really good at everything. So in terms of popularity, I know that these jars are one of the most popular jars that candle makers use in their candle lines. And I'm really glad that we brought it on because it gives a little bit of, a little bit of a different option for both our regular direct-to-consumer customers and also our wholesalers. And since this is a fair wholesale order, I thought I would make a note or make a comment about these that we actually don't sell these that often. They're definitely not the most popular. The most popular is our larger matte black jars, just our standard kind of OG jars that we've been using since the beginning. The clear of the 10 ounce do well too, but nothing beats the 10 ounce matte black candles. The retailers love them. Okay, so I got those all wicked. Let me clean up these little paper pieces and get this put over there. And then now I'm going to take the custom wick holders. Again, I will I'll probably link the wicking video of all of our wicking tools and then also have the Etsy shop in the comments. I feel like that is the most common question that I get in my candle making videos. So I will make sure to leave that below because it just makes things so much easier. So what is up in your world? I would love to hear what you're doing in your business. Leave a comment down below. What are you working on? What are your goals? I am at the very tail end of releasing my new digital product that I'm really excited about, which is the Ultimate Guide to Starting a Candle Business. And I'm gonna make it to where I can add to it constantly and really just increase the value. And I have so many different ideas of video content and stuff that I want to add to that product. So I'm really excited about that. And that is going to be released either Thursday or Friday this week. That's really what I've been working on. That has been kind of the goal that I've been working on. And whenever I'm done, whenever I've completed a goal, I always have to have another one. It's like in the back of my mind, I go, okay, so I completed that. That's great. That's done. But where's the next one? It's just, I don't know. Do you go through that too? I feel like it can be human nature sometimes to need a goal and really want to continue to strive for something and feel that fulfillment and like you succeeded in doing something, satisfaction in completing something. That is like me to a T. I can't not have a goal or a project that I'm working on. But the hardest part is that when I start a project, it's very difficult for me to finish it. So the fact that it's taken me, about almost a year to finish this product, this guide that I've been writing, it's not surprising to me that it's taken me that long. Now, of course, having a newborn, giving birth, all that, having a new baby, I give myself some grace for that. I get it. But yeah, sometimes it's very difficult for me to finish something once I get started because I get hyper-focused and interested in it. And then after a little while, especially when I'm like halfway through it, I just kind of lose interest and then I want to move on to the next thing. All right, so let me get these organized in rows of 6 because I'm going to do 2 different pours of 6. So let me get these over here. I think you can see it. Yeah, you guys can see it right there. So I'm going to get these all aligned right there. These are really easy to pour. It's pretty easy to see where to stop on these. And if you hear that sound, it's just, we have a tarp down here to protect the carpet from any wax or splatters or anything. So I'm going to take a gram scale, and Chris was so nice. He has my notes right here of how much I need of fragrance oil and how much I need of wax. So this is the silicone measuring cups. These are pretty big. It is a 250 milliliter cup. And I get these from Amazon. I can also have these linked below. I always get a lot of questions along with my gram scale too. And let me get this tared out. And I'm going to be measuring out 90 grams of fragrance oil. 2 times. So here's the first one that I'm pouring. I may actually need to grab some more of this. This is White Sage and Lavender from Candle Science. Oh, I thought that I was going to get it on the nose first try again. Ha! 90.2. I still got it. It's all coming back to me again. It's like riding a bike. I never forget. I know how to do this. Pull the hair back. So this is a Digiboil that has soy 10 in it, and we have it set to a little over 200 degrees. We like to pour hot and work really hot with this wax. And I need 1,098 grams of soy 10. So I'm just going to get this measured out. All right, 1098, quickly pour in the fragrance oil and start, whoops, don't knock over anything. And then I take a little wooden skewer and I start to stir it. Let me bring it over to the camera so you guys can see. So this is a 4-pound pouring pitcher. I have a wooden skewer. This is just like you'd have like shish kebabs or whatever on it. So I'm just getting this mixed up. I like to pour in the fragrance oil right away. You want it to be really hot, at least 185 degrees, because you really want the fragrance oil to bind with the wax. Don't worry about the flash point. So for instance, so flash point on here is 212, but let's say it was 170. There's going to be no issues to heat this at 185, 190, 195. It doesn't cause the fragrance oil to burn off. There's not going to be any issues with it. Flash point only matters with gel wax or if you're shipping the fragrance oil itself by air. That's the only time that actually matters in terms of flash point. So that has been blended, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the piston funnel to actually pour. So I'm going to pour in a little bit of the wax into the piston funnel. Set that off to the side, and then I'm going to get started. I'm going to start over here first. So you just release it. And what I'm looking for is just to get it full towards that first kind of little line on these. It's hard to explain, but it's kind of the first little change in, I don't know, change in the jar. With these jars, you can kind of see a line on them. So I'm just getting these filled up, and I need some more. It's always better to underfill and then go back and fill it up a little bit more if needed. So I got to keep that in mind. Again, it's been a little while since I've done this. So just go through, fill these up. Go. Maybe I'll get a close-up the next round that I do so you can kind of see a little bit closer. Okay, now I need to get down leveled and see where I need to fill it up a little bit more. I think over here. You can always tell more. It's harder to see when you're kind of at this angle or even kind of at the 45-degree angle. If you get down lower, if you have clear jars like this, you can really see, oh, I have so much more wax in here. Okay, I'm just gonna go through, make sure that I'm filling these up. That one needs a little bit more. Okay, there we go. And put that back over there. My feet are sticking. I should have worn socks. My feet are sticking to the tart below. Okay, so now it is time to pour some more fragrance oil. And I may have to get, I don't think I have enough in here. I'm gonna bet that I don't have enough and I'm gonna have to grab some more. So let's get this teared out onto here. And let's see. Oh, you know what? I may be wrong. I may be wrong. I'm wrong. Wait, am I wrong? Yes, I'm wrong. Okay. So that gave me a tiny bit too much, but Yeah, this has hardly anything left in there. Just a little bit more, but that was actually enough for both of these. So now I'm going to get the wax in here. So 1080 of the soy 10. Should probably move these paper towels so you can kind of see a little bit more. Okay, I don't want to overfill. Okay, pour in the fragrance oil and get a skewer. And I always like to hold this because there's the little drips of fragrance oil, and you can kind of do both at the same time. You can stir it and you can let the last little drops drip into the pouring pitcher. You know, I'm not a fan of lavender, but it's not actually bothering me too much right now, which is really nice. All right, round 2. I'm gonna move the camera so you can see. All right, so I'm gonna pour some of the wax into the piston funnel, AKA the bakery tool that we use for candle making. I think this is for, like, I don't know, batters, like pancake batters and stuff. Start over here so you can see. And I'm gonna try to come up short a little bit on these. There we go. I always pour less in the first round, and then I end up just pouring it all the second time. You have to be careful. If you get these too full, I mean, man, it can really be heavy. And you got to kind of have that control with your wrist and your thumb. And you don't want to make the piston funnel too heavy because, I don't know, the last thing I want to do is drop this wax. Oh, and I started pouring all over the top of the wick holder. Good job, Erica. No, I've been doing that since forever. I think no matter how long you've been making candles, you end up getting the candle wax all over the wick holders. You end up spilling. I mean, there really is no, not getting messy when it comes to candle making. It's kind of a messy hobby. There's a lot of stuff that gets messy with it. So, as long as you can clean it up in the final product, that's really all that matters, is that it looks good when you are sending it out to the customer. And you can do that final quality control check, which I always do, or I always used to, now Chris does, before shipping out the candle. I would always compulsively smell the candle that I was shipping out every single time when I'd go to package up an order. And just like that, I am all done with making this wholesale order. So happy. This is actually a lot of fun. And I for some reason was a little nervous because I'm like, man, I haven't made candles in so long. And even before the last time I made candles, I hadn't made candles in so long. And I really miss it. And I may have to do this more often because I always feel closer to my business when I make candles. And I remember in the past I used to say I would feel so disconnected when I hadn't made candles for a couple of weeks. And, now it's been a long time, months and months in between making candles. So I definitely, it's a different experience when you're making your own candles. Obviously, in our situation with Chris making the production for everything, I mean, that's kind of how businesses grow, is over time, as you grow more in your business, you're going to hire, other people are going to make your products. But I think it's always good, even if you're able to come back to it and, get back into making, even if it's a little bit. It just kind of brings me back to, when I got started a few years ago, and I'd make videos like this all the time, of chit chat videos and just hanging out, talking about candle making, my life, and just kind of a compilation of all of that mixed together, which is what I really wanted my channel to be about, was, you know, the candle making aspect, the business aspect, and then also just kind of my life mixed in. So yeah, I don't know. I'm very happy. Life is great. You know, there's ups and downs all the time with what's going on, and we still have our goals that we are working towards. And, you know, there are things that are very challenging still. He has been very challenging, but, you know, we're working through it, and every day is an adventure. It's a lot. Every day is a lot. If you know, you know. But with that, I think I'm going to end today's video right here. I kind of was thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I wish that I could have pulled up like either Instagram or YouTube Live and done a video like this. I feel like I could do that actually. He's been doing pretty good at sleeping, you know, for long periods of time when I get him down for the night. So, you know, who knows? I may actually be able to do some form of live soon, hopefully in candle making. That would be a lot of fun. But with that, I'm going to end today's video right here. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to leave it a big thumbs up, as well as subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, don't forget to follow me over on Instagram at Memory Box Candle Co. And I will see you in my next video.